Welcome to my podcast, and you find me here in our brand new £20 million surgical assessment and medical unit. This has taken just over 2 years to build. It gives us another 4 theatres, 1 brand new one and 3 replacement, which gives us 18 theatres in total here at Stepping Hill Hospital. It has ward areas with 120 beds. It has a medical assessment wards, it has a surgical assessment unit, and it is real, as you can see, state of the art. It will provide a fabulous experience, I hope, for patients. Clinical care was already fantastic, and now we're able to give them the very best in terms of the environment. But it also makes it easier for our staff to actually manage patients here. So it's built on 3 stories. It is adjacent to our existing area, and so it's not a standalone. And it was very much part of our wanting to create a better environment for patients. So some of our older wards will be demolished as a result of being able to move in here, but it also creates additional capacity. You may well recall that we were selected as one of the specialist hub hospitals for Healthier Together, where major acute abdominal surgery will be undertaken for not just Stockport and the High Peak, but also for Tameside and Glossop and the surrounding area. We're really proud to be able to offer this service to the 2,500 patients who will come to us for those particular health needs. We continue to face really difficult challenges around finance, and we have a significant cost improvement programme that we are undertaking. To date, we're doing well, although the majority of our savings remain non-recurrent. What we need to do is actually turn those into transformational savings, changing the very way we provide care. And in the future, we'll be able to do that, to work with our partners in health and social care to provide the very best. But people, whilst they might prefer to have the majority of their care closer to home, will always need hospitals. And hospitals need to keep up with the times. We have part of our estate that is very old. And for both patients and the staff who work in them, it's really important that we continue to keep up to date and invest in our services, such as this fabulous new unit. Some people will say, why are you actually spending money at a time of financial constraint? But it is essential that we keep the very best, but it is also more cost effective to maintain buildings such as this. They're also already kitted out with the very best of energy saving devices, more improved lighting, heating and power. And so it makes sense to continue to invest whilst we also make those transformational savings with our partners to, wherever possible, provide care closer to home. The second huge area of challenge that the Trust faces is around the emergency department and the urgent care 4-hour standard. Numbers continue to come in high levels to the hospital wanting that care. And whilst in the medium to long term we're looking to provide that partnership of care to allow people wherever possible not to have to come to hospital, in the short term we need to do what we can to provide optimal care. So we are undertaking a small separate build within the Accident and Emergency Department to provide additional cubicle spaces, and within the next few weeks we'll have 7 new cubicle spaces opening up to actually provide that better major A&E department facility. We continue, however, to look to the future, and that's working together as part of Stockport together. And we've been delighted to host Manchester Radio, and they operated for the whole morning, a couple of programmes from our main reception area, interviewing some of our fantastic staff, talking about the jobs that they do on a daily basis. They interviewed our medical director, they interviewed one of our partners, Councillor Tom McGee, and I gave an interview as well. If you'd like to hear the interviews, then you can find those on the iPlayer, and I do commend it to you. And I thank you so much for BBC Manchester Radio for coming and sharing our life with listeners.